Here's a fun fact. Technically, the scientific method is all about using evidence to disprove stuff rather than prove stuff. And that's exactly what we're going to do with all this week's stories. Helping us out will be Matt Denny.
Hi.
Who, appropriately enough, won our renaming contest a few episodes back by debunking the reasoning behind our renaming contest. So first up, okay, this is basically like the perfect storm of web news headlines. Combine autism epidemic with video games are rotting our society, and you get this. Researchers at the University of Bolton in England claim they found that the more time a person spent playing video games, the more likely they were to act like a person with Asperger's syndrome. Basically, they had a high level of neuroticism and a low level of extroversion and agreeableness. So does this mean that playing World of Warcraft for 10 hours a day will cause an autism spectrum disorder? No, they're very careful to say that. But does it mean that kids with Asperger's are more susceptible to video game addiction than other kids? Researchers say maybe. Here's what we say.
Wrong.
If all that comes out of your study is a maybe and some dig-bait headlines, you've got some more grant writing to do.
This means something. This is important.
Next up, aliens. You either want to believe they're out there or you don't, and you cobble together whatever evidence you like to support your claim. Turns out scientists do the same thing, except instead of mashed potatoes, they use fancy-looking equations. A scientist published this mathematical model in the journal Astrobiology. Let me get my calculator out here. Punch in some figures. Okay, says here, intelligent extraterrestrial life has only a 0.01% chance of emerging over the next 4 billion years. Okay, I mean, I've got it on the scientific setting and everything.
Wrong.
The trouble is, all these variables stand for things we have no idea about. Like this one. Number of evolutionary steps needed to reach intelligence? Who knows? Just plug in whatever you like and you'll get what you want. Here's another more famous model. Carl Sagan actually used this to show just the opposite. He said that there were, quote, 1 million technically advanced civilizations out there. Look, believe whatever you want. Just leave my calculator out of it.
Most of the time, science and PETA don't really mix. So when PETA announces a scientific competition, odds are that they probably have no idea what they're talking about. Anyway, here's the deal. They say they'll be giving $1 million to the first person to produce commercially viable quantities of in vitro meat at competitive prices by 2012. Everybody wins. I get to have my steak, and no animals get hurt.
Wrong.
One, the science isn't even close. I mean, yes, technically speaking, it can be done, but researchers in the field who gathered just a few weeks ago said that actually growing mammalian cells in a 3D matrix is still in the research stage. Two, the deadline is impossible. Let's say you actually did make a delicious matrixy morsel, like tomorrow. Making it commercially viable means getting it past the FDA. And as longtime viewers of our show will remember, it took the FDA 5 years just to approve cloned meat. God knows how long it would take them to deal with something you grew in a bioreactor. Bottom line, just another publicity stunt.
Wrong. Wrong. No dice. I feel pretty silly after doing a lot of those, but it's been a pleasure getting to know you through this video. I feel like we've known each other for years, and yeah, thanks a bunch for giving me this opportunity, and good luck with everything. I'll keep watching the monitor for years to come, let's hope.